Ladies and gentlemen, we got some crazy stuff again this week coming to you. Not really that crazy. It's kind of becoming the norm. You're kind of stuck inside of an emotional war-torn village in Ukraine right now. It's just they're going to keep bombarding you with nonsense nonstop and then multiple vaccines, so you don't know what to do physically or mentally. You have nowhere to run, including nationally, because they're going to create globalism. We're all going to die. But at the end of the day, if you're not giggling, then what are you doing? So the Uvalde shooting was nuts. We're going to talk a little bit about that because more crap keeps getting unraveled. And they banned transgender from swimming because who'd have thunk it? It gives you an advantage to have testosterone for 20 years. Derp. So I made pot roast today. I wish I could say it was my recipe. It's not my recipe. It's my wife's recipe. It's balsamic vinegar. Should I tell it or no? If I ever
leave something out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like a secret
It's
ingredient.
not balsamic vinegar. There's not balsamic
Definitely
vinegar in
not.
it.
I didn't taste it
There,
either.
it's, garlic. It's brown sugar. It's meat, obviously. It's carrots. I put whole peeled tomatoes in it this time, imported from Italy, because I started getting stuff from Trader Joe's lately. And all the Trader Joe's people were acting like their pizza was superior because it's actually everything's imported from Italy. And then it made me think, I bet you Italy has some standards that we don't have. Like, if you look at our,
If I'm correct, is it the San Marzano tomatoes from Italy? They're like the special kind of tomato, and
know.
they swear by it. And I think
I got it
might
at
be that one.
Walmart, so probably not.
We'll
Okay.
pretend it is. That's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Walmart probably gets the dude who's 2%. He gets the Elizabeth Warren of Italian people to make this, and then says it's imported from Italy, and it's really just a little island right outside the U.S. or something. There's just so many. I don't ever believe anything anymore, and it's unfortunate because it'd be neat to just be able to go back to 20 years ago when if the news said it, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty crazy. Now, I wasn't awake 20 years ago, so for all the boomers that watch this that are like, young man, you don't remember when they lied about Columbine or whatever, I don't know anything about all that. All I know is that it used to seem like they didn't bull 24/7, but it seems like they do now.
Remember when they did that thing? Like, remember it used to be made in China or made in the USA, right? Do you notice now it'll say designed in the USA because everybody's wanted to support USA, but then it'll put in a little print in China.
Yeah, or
You
China,
notice that?
China does it in plastic. Dude, it was so bad. My wife bought some of these clothes from Shein. Shein? Yeah, it's like the $7, $9 shirts and stuff like that. She's like, these are great and they're stylish. Unfortunately, if you go look at it, they've got like, it's so bad. It's like Chinese sweatshops for real. And like the women will literally be like stitching like help me into like the actual tags in the shirts and stuff.
No.
Yes, it's so bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, I have to look this up.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing. I just fell back because my wife didn't know anything about it.
I have
and
no
then
idea
she
what you're
ordered like 7 or 8 shirts from there for us to go to New York City this weekend or whatever. And I was like, no big deal. I was like, where'd you get them from? And she was like, something with an S, Sammysons. And then she was like, Sheen. And then I was like, man, and it's just like, what are you going to do? Return them? What, they're just going to beat the workers if you return them? You not make this good enough. That wasn't supposed to be racist. Oh, God. Don't cancel me.
How do you spell it?
I don't
Sheen?
know.
Yeah.
Sewing help, I think it was.
Okay. Are Sheen workers hiding secret messages and clothing tags to beg for help? It's a TikTok
conspiracy theory has gotten way out of control. First off, these bastards are letting people starve and they're jumping off buildings already for lockdowns. It's not too far-fetched that they also would be mistreating workers. They are putting Uyghur Muslims in concentration camps and literally harvesting their organs and selling them on the black market. That is factual, and there's more than 1 million that they're doing it to. So this isn't a far-fetched Rolling Stone, but go ahead. Let's talk about it.
So they're saying, according to these videos, you already know where they stand. Some of which have gotten millions of views. Sheen employees have been surreptitiously writing, "Need your help" or "Help me" on the tags for its products. The evidence. See how they did that? Evidence in quotations.
The evidence
cited in some of these videos is a tag that reads, "Do not dry clean due to water-saving technology. Need your help washing with the soft detergent the first time," which appears to be a poor translation of cleaning instructions for the garment, but which people are characterizing as a secret hidden message.
Keep going, because there's another one that says dental pain.
Oh, okay.
What's that doing in a t-shirt?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, here it is. Here it is. There's blah, 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 whatever. Here's one. A message on a receipt to a note that reads, "I have dental pain." Huh. Yeah. The urban legend debunker cites Snopes, of course.
Snopes. When you look up Snopes, you're just like, why do we even give a about what this literal stripper
I've already checked
and her
out.
husband.
Do we want to continue this? Because I've checked out with their stance. You know that they are protecting these people at Shein or being paid off. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I don't remember where we started at, but and for pot roast today.
Oh yeah.
Back to pot roast. Which you had some of it. How was it? Scale of 1 to 10.
It was really good. No, I'd say like an 8 or 9. It was good. I mean,
Really?
I love red meat. Yeah, it was good.
Me too, man. Me too. I could never do the Bill Gates thing.
What's it called? You know, there's a magazine article from very recently. I want to say like 2018, where Bill Gates says, "So what's your?" Just asking him like, "What's your favorite color?" La, la, la. And they said, "What's your favorite meal?" And he said, "A nice juicy hamburger or cheeseburger."
He's like, "Oh, I love a cheeseburger with no vaccines."
Right. They want that for them, and then they want us eating bugs.
You know, he's released biologically engineered mosquitoes in Florida recently, right?
No.
Look it up. It's
Oh
crazy as hell. If there's one guy you don't want having control of a horde of blood-sucking insects, it's Bill Gates, dude. It's Bill Gates. Like, there's literally whole countries that have banned him and been like, whatever happens, we aren't drinking shit that you give us. But just look at it.
Here it is.
Yeah, genetically.
Oh,
don't look at Snopes.
Yeah.
They're going to lie about the whole thing.
Sorry.
Here's the whole story. Oh, you're going to spin it for me so that I can't read for myself? No, thanks.
Yeah, they said it's genetically modified mosquitoes for disease control.
Oh, okay,
now.
thanks.
Yeah, like what do you mean? Bill Gates is not himself releasing mosquitoes.
Right,
in the
okay,
wild. However,
hang on. We all knew that Bill Gates was not out in the wild in a hazmat suit releasing them. So this is what they do. This is what these people do. They act like you said some dumbass shit. Like when they did the Hunter Biden story about the laptop, they were like, Hunter Biden is not raping 56 children on this laptop from hell. It's false. And everybody was like, who said that? We just said that he's clearly doing business deals.
One internet troll, like a 13-year-old who's just trolling someone, probably wrote that under a conservative
Something
post.
is circulating all across TikTok. It's
And
like, we got to find something outlandish.
Right, and that's what they do.
Okay, well, so let's read this.
Oh,
Bill
yeah.
Gates is not himself releasing. We already knew that.
Okay, here we go. Bill Gates is not himself releasing mosquitoes into the wild. Again, thank you for that. However, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation did award grants that funded biotech companies Oxitec's work to develop genetically modified mosquitoes that may help reduce the spread of malaria and other mosquito-borne illnesses.
They said the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation did award grants that funded biotech company.
Like, they're not
can we just skip the
responsible.
middleman that you guys just tried to bullshit us with and just say the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation paid for biotech companies Oxitec work? Because we kind of know that's what happened, but you're going to act like it came from a grant. It was the same thing that they did when the group Cream something, who funds the Drag Queen Story Hour, was caught with child porn.
Oh, this just happened recently, right?
It happened in March of last year when the story broke. Brett Bloom is his name. Brett Bloom is his name. He was a judge, and he was caught with child porn, and he was also the head of some kind of whatever that funds the Drag Queen Story Hours. Okay, so that's all that matters. You can look it up on Politico. It'll say it. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Milwaukee's children court judge who headed organization.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
Who headed the organization that ran kids' Drag Queen Story Hour booked for child porn. Yep. So I put that up, and then I had a bunch of people be like, didn't you know this was debunked, dumbass? This was debunked back in March of 2021. They came on TikTok, and I just roasted these guys. Because if you read just 6 more seconds into it, it says, no, the head of Drag Queen Story Hour was not. As if the person who pays them and them is significantly different. That's what they did with this too. They were like,
And
the head of Drag Queen Story Hour did not have child porn. No, you're right. It was the person who was funding the Drag Queen Story Hour.
The one up here.
Yeah,
which is even worse.
So I just dogged him about that. So anyway, they always do this. They try to run from whatever it is. But anyway, it's just a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Well, and some of it, I think, is
liars.
planned, or as we were saying earlier, not necessarily planned, but allowed to happen.
Yeah.
Kind of like Uvalde.
Yeah, so we're looking at Uvalde.
All right, so the first thing we have here is
How do you say that, technically?
Uvalde.
Uvalde.
Now
I've
with
always
the L.
wanted to be
Uvalde.
a very short, stout Japanese man for 7 minutes. So I can go, Hiroshima, Ladies and gentlemen, if you're falling apart because the world's falling apart all around you and you're struggling with PTSD, it might be because of PTSD, but it also might be because your pillow sucks. So right now, you can get crazy good deals going on at My Pillow. Jesse, can you bring this up for everybody? And you know what? My kids even love the boxes. That's right. Those are my sweet little Munchtables. Those are the boxes that they came in, and I freaking love My Pillow. The first night, I sort of liked it. The second night, I super liked it. But use the promo code BOSS at checkout, and you will get another discount. And guys, let me tell you, the first night, I liked it. The second night, I liked it. The third night, I loved it. And ever since then, that pillow has become more and more
attached.
I don't know what the word is. Intimate to me? You know, there's a certain, when you are just at the crux of trying to fall asleep, there's like a desperation that happens. You're like, I just need the thing to, and it just does the thing that you need it to do.
Yep.
It is the type of pillow that's right. Do you have My Pillows yet?
Yes.
They're great.
Have 4 of them just for our bed alone.
Wow. Wow. They also have slippers that are amazing. Go get that. Go get them slippers. They're right over there. You guys got to see these slippers. Yeah, these are the pink ones that I got for a girl.
It's his wife.
I had to get my wife a different size, but I want you guys to see what we're working with here, okay? These are the slippers. They're legitimate, actual, like, material, okay? Look at the bottom of it. It's hard and rugged for, like, going outside, okay? It's legit. And then inside, I don't know if you can see, it's like fur material. And it's super duper squishy on the bottom. I don't even like slippers. I'm obviously overweight, so I don't even like to make my feet hot because I'm already always hot. I wear my slippers more often than I've worn anybody else's slippers. But let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. If you get yourself a pair of slippers, you won't regret it.
Yeah, these are nice.
Use promo code BOSS and get a percentage off.
That's actually really good.
I thought so too. Okay,
I was
so
convinced.
March.
So what is this? What is this? You showed me this earlier.
This is March 21st.
Okay.
Jack Posobiec put this up. This was done where? The location, March 21st. Where was this drill done?
The Uvalde High School.
The Uvalde High School.
Yep.
I'm not saying that's not normal. I bet you that a ton of them are. But, like, it's a T-Cole credit. So I don't know what this means or what this is or whatever. But...
You're right. No, look, March 21st.
This is not a simple. It's from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So this was not a school day active drill thing. My wife was a teacher for a while, so she told us that we had active drills. Now this seemed like a little bit of extracurricular stuff. So we have this going on that's a little bit weird. And this was back before it even happened.
So what? Yeah, I was gonna say, what is your like connection with this?
Well, I don't know. I'm not
it's
trying to
just
say
odd.
that. I know. It's just a little odd.
The timing is very,
it's
very
just
odd.
That's odd. It's just like in 9/11, they had war games going on the same exact day, and the war games that they had going on during 9/11 were if somebody hijacked regular airplanes and ran them into the Twin Towers. That was the war games that the military and all them, the Department of Defense or whatever, was playing during 9/11. You know, and so it was just weird because everybody was confused the whole time. Also, what you all heard and what we all heard was that they didn't have ballistic shields. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason that they didn't go in. They didn't have helmets and ballistic shields or whatever. So that's the reason they were waiting to get those. But what we found out today or yesterday was, look at this.
Here we go.
Timestamp. This is 12:04 p.m. and like 45 minutes to an hour before they actually breached the door. And look, they've got the ballistic shields right there. Now, maybe these aren't ballistic shields and they're just riot
Yeah,
shields.
we don't want to.
And
This
so
is
it's like,
alleged.
maybe these are the plastic ones that are meant for fending off people.
We don't know.
Either
But
way,
they denied shields,
Yeah.
specifically shields. And honestly, you know, that does look like it could take something. I'm not really sure. But
I mean, look
alleged.
how thick that. Well, who knows?
And he's got.
Look, that doesn't. Well, I don't know. This is.
Yeah,
I
we
can't.
don't
I
know.
don't know.
But-
Plastic can be thick. Okay. Look, I'm on y'all's side. I don't want this to be this way. I'm on y'all's side. Okay. I'm just saying that's weird. But then when you get even deeper into
I was
it,
gonna say,
go
should
to that
I play
other
the
thing.
video? Should I play the video?
Yeah, play the video.
It's-
And the guy lied. The chief guy lied
Right.
too. But watch this video.
There's many references by Chief Arredondo about the door being locked and needing keys and more keys and a master key and just constant references to keys. But is there any evidence whatsoever that shows through the video as it was examined later that the door was ever, that there was an attempt to open the door or test whether or not it was locked?
We could never see anybody put their hand on the door, and of course, up until the breach. And then at the breach, we've gone back and talked to the breachers, re-interviewed the breachers, and they said no, they didn't try the door handle beforehand.
You didn't check to see if the door was open?
Just jiggle the handle. But hey,
Look, I
Still-
can't say anything. I wasn't in there.
but that's what he's saying.
But the parents were trying to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then so who's the guy? Didn't somebody also get a massive promotion or something like that?
Okay. The
That's weird, too.
police chief wanted a seat on city council, and he was about to get it. Then this went down. It's clear that he messed up. They did it behind closed doors. I'll find the article. They did it. They normally do it for public, and they did it behind closed doors. What do you think of that? Like,
I wonder if they were like, look, we were gonna do it. This has nothing to do with the thing. We know this is not your fault. You know, maybe I'll give it a little bit of grace. Who knows? But
why behind closed doors then?
probably
I agree.
because publicly, the public eye, like, this dude just had this happen. He doesn't deserve it, whatever. You know, maybe people would be thinking that. I don't know. All I know is this. That was weird. And then also, the kid, when he was 14,
Oh yeah.
had a whole nother thing where he was planning to blow up stuff. You know, and so the FBI knew about this Joker. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they quit looking at it. Maybe they were too busy looking at trying to find some right wingers to try to kidnap the governor of Michigan that they planned. You guys remember that? I know you guys. You might not watch all my episodes, but if you watch this one, go ahead and pull that up.
So this is from the Uvalde Leader News. It was pulled up on that date that you see up there, May 27, 2022. But this is May 3rd, 2018. You see it at the bottom right there. Just so everybody, like, you know, because people are going to be like, no. Look at this date right there. All right.
This is their newspaper.
Local news right here. Teenagers charged, plan unveiled. 2 local teenagers who on April 25th were detained for conspiracy to commit murder allegedly planned to detonate improvised explosive devices before conducting a mass shooting at Morales Junior High. Blah, blah, blah. According to the Uvalde Police Department, the pair initially decided to execute their plan on April 20th, 2022. Because they were older. They'd be older. He'd be 18 to buy the guns. That's
So
why
they literally just followed through with it, minus the explosions?
except the other kid. The locals were talking about this kid being a big problem, and this was
And
hard
they
to
just
find.
let it go, and then homeboy turns
They-
18, and they're like, well, he did say he'd kill you when he was 18, and we don't think he's going to do it.
Yep. Oh, you know why? The date represents the duo's senior year of high school and the 23rd anniversary of the Columbine High School shooting. Now, I read something about him. He was actually he was a weird kid, but he was still kind of part of society. You know how they said, oh, he kept to himself and he locked himself in his room all the time? Before COVID, he was still kind of a part of society and had like friends, but just, you know, not too many. And then COVID and all this isolation.
Yeah.
I mean,
he killed his grandma
yeah.
and his second cousin in the school.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I don't think it was all
Because of that, right.
because of that.
No, he was ready to, he wanted to. Yeah, but see, how
Dude,
was
could you
he
imagine
able,
shooting your own grandma? That's
and
tough.
over Wi-Fi. I think it was over Wi-Fi or over a phone. Yeah, it was over a phone or Wi-Fi.
Oh, he shot her out of anger.
Yes. There was somebody online on Twitter or DMing back and forth. He released or she released her the messages. Just shot my grandma in the face. Stupid B didn't want to give me my Wi-Fi or my phone or something, or was gonna take my phone away.
Gosh, dude,
yes,
what a terrible.
It's crazy.
We're in weird times, guys.
But
weird,
this guy,
stupid times. Man, kids
Right.
just need spanking so bad.
I know.
Like, I get it that everybody's that actually knows about things. Because, look, me and my wife talk about this 24/7. There's a lot of studies about, like, spanking kids. And I get it about how it's detrimental. But, well, of course, if you're a parent, that's detrimental.
Right.
And then if you add spanking into a parent's life, that's even more detrimental. You know, if you're abusive and terrible and
Or
causing,
emotionally abusive.
yeah, emotionally abusive, and then you're allowed to spank them too. That's just like, dude, you should never be allowed to hold like a serious position of power, and you just happen to be a parent, so that sucks. But people just need good freaking parents, because this is getting so sad and so consistently sad, man. Like, I watch these people in Chicago and stuff like that too that are just out in the streets, man.
They're
Like,
kids.
They belong to
They're
the streets.
killing each other. They're
yeah.
kids.
They're just
13,
kids.
14. And they talk about they already had bodies before they got caught for one. 13 and 14. Think
Yeah,
about that.
because I think the percentage is like less than 30% of the murderers that they even find there.
Yeah, exactly. The solve rate is
Yeah,
terrible.
if you're trying to kill somebody, invite them on a date in the hood in Chicago and do it yourself. They'll never
or just a
find
liberal
you.
city. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just never find you. Like, you just go. You know what I learned about the first 48?
What?
Just shut up after you kill somebody, and nobody will ever know what happened, because police literally don't care 48 hours later.
Oh my God, that's such a dick.
They're like, if we lose the trail, we pretty much go eat donuts, because we're not going to find
Especially, I notice a big problem is the no snitching rule.
Yeah,
No
but then what always happens is the people will be in an interview room and they'll be like, yeah, Cockroach came over right after that, man. He was talking about like Big Billy Thompson should have been talking that and he was like clap clap, and we all thought that Billy Thompson was like cool with him, but then he was talking about like what he was talking about, blood. I got blood on my knees and blood on my arms, and like he was just angry and he was like holding it up, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not trying to get in trouble, but like I know it was Cockroach. It's always somebody who snitches.
What's his real name? I don't know. I know him as Cockroach. Oh.
Yeah. What's his,
It's always they don't know
Xavier
his real name.
Torres the Third. You know.
I don't know. So, anyway, apparently these two kids, him and some other kid, that it hasn't come out who the other kid is. But the locals were talking about this, that this kid got in trouble for threatening to do exactly this.
What he just did, right?
Why wasn't he on some sort of watch list?
Yeah,
like,
people are like, we need more Big Brother. We gave Big Brother an opportunity when this kid was 14.
he got caught.
Yeah. He had 4 years to come up with a prevention plan, FBI. You sucked a fat one on this one.
You know what, too? I saw a post about, did you see the amount of money, too?
No.
For the guns and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
It added
Well,
up
he
to
had
like...
he had Daniel Defense ARs, too, right?
Yeah, he had two.
Yeah, so I don't even have a Daniel Defense AR. That's like a really
Yeah,
high
like
class
how-
AR.
What are we looking at price-wise?
$5,000, $4,000 at least. Like, you're not,
So
it's
he had
not
two.
cheap.
He had two.
Yeah, he had two of those. He had a bunch of ammo. He had what truck was he driving? Where did he get the truck? Because the truck was like brand new.
The truck is accounted for. That was Granny's truck. So
Okay, makes
I
sense.
back off of that,
That one makes sense.
Yeah, but still,
Grannies like nice trucks. Look, all I'm saying is this. It seems like everybody that turns 60 is like, what have I wanted to do my whole life?
a Cummins engine
I've wanted to pay $80,000 for a luxury truck.
that I
You
can't
know-
climb into because my hip dysplasia.
Yeah, that I can't climb into. But it does seem like everybody always just goes hard. And I just think
I
that's
like
the
trucks.
biggest waste of money, because I'm just a used car person for a couple reasons.
Me too.
The first time you drive it off the lot, you lose $40,000 in value in the first 5-6 years most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just lose.
Isn't it the minute you leave the lot?
Yeah, but
The
not 40
minute?
grand. You lose like 7 to 12 grand as soon as you drive it off the lot.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Now, because
Who
the
knows?
economy is so
Yeah.
crappy, we basically have a black market for vehicles. You know what I mean? They're like,
Right.
is there gas in the tank? We'll give you $100,000 for it tomorrow.
People are like siphoning off. Did you see the kids that got, or the guys, young men that got caught in Virginia Beach, stealing gas? They found a hack in the system, stealing gas from a gas station off of like Great Neck or something.
What was the hack?
I know. I said.
Tell us, mama.
I don't know. It was some hack app.
Look,
they
I'm not a
found.
fan of criminals, but certain criminals need to be
They were like
known.
Robin Hood. They were selling it for like $2 or $3 a gallon.
I'm just kidding. The real criminal is the
Government.
administration that allowed for this entirely stupid situation to even occur. I was
Yeah.
listening to Tim Kennedy on the Joe Rogan Experience. He's like an Navy SEAL, like
No,
guru.
he's a Green Beret.
Yeah,
Former Green
whatever
Beret.
he is, he's amazing at what he does. He goes in.
I met him one time.
Did you?
Well.
Did you meet him?
Yeah.
How was he next to Trump when you met him too?
No, he
'Cause
was
that's what
next
it
to
felt
another MMA guy, and we got a demonstration for the military families.
I was
and
starting this
everything.
off sassy, but now I
See,
really want to know.
see, that's why I just went that way. No, I'm just kidding.
You
Go
went
ahead.
directly into. Actually, I was actually poor and blind.
I
at the
one
time,
upped. I
and
totally
Ross,
one upped.
I was actually poor and blind at the time. I was actually getting knee reconstruction, and then this very kind man helped pay my bill. And I looked up, and oh my God, it was
It's
Tim Kennedy.
Can you
There he
believe that?
was.
Do you have that look, Ross? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But so anyway, he was talking about Afghanistan and how poorly executed the withdrawal was, and how we probably lost 20, 30, 40,000 people over there afterwards, as far as that got trapped over there, at least.
Wow, that many?
Mhm. Yeah, he was on. I was listening to his Joe Rogan Experience just the other day, and he was talking about it because he's the one who was getting them out, and he was like, "You were stepping over." He was like, parents would crowd surf their baby to the front, and they'd throw them over the wall so that maybe they would have a chance to not get killed, and the babies would just land in the barbed wire, or whatever. And he said they would just be caught on fire and stuff like that, and they were just stepping over these baby bodies and trying to get the right people in. It was just the most horrific thing you've ever heard of, and the media washed that so well so that you didn't get to hear about it, because it was just the most failed withdrawal ever. We've never done something like that. And that's what he was saying. And look, Tim Kennedy's not even political. He won't even say he's on the right. He's a centrist, a loyal centrist. And so him talking about all this just made me realize it was so much worse than we originally imagined, and everybody just gives Biden a pass on this. Well, he ended the Afghanistan war. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He ended dinner,
No.
and the way that he ended dinner was by ripping everything off the table and breaking every dish and every cup.
flipping
And
the
everybody's
table.
just like,
Like,
well, you guys have been saying we needed to end dinner, and it's like, but not like this. You know what I mean? Like, what in the hell?
no one does it like this. That
Yeah.
was just it. No one does it like
No
this.
one's ever ended a dinner like this. We ended the war, and now we're back in Ukraine, basically, or at least your money is.
It's like they're using the military as like I feel like it's more of a financial tool than it is an actual military tool, because they have so many of these dirty dealings with Ukraine. That's what
Yeah.
I think. But
What else is on our docket?
anyway, yeah. So we went off on a tangent, but yeah, the freaking
Enjoy
truck.
the tangents, everybody.
Yeah, right. The truck was Granny's, but everything else
The
was
truck
way
was
too
Granny's.
expensive.
So yeah, there's just a lot going on with this. They didn't try to open the thing. They didn't even try to see if the door was open. They didn't crawl up next to it and be like, let me just check. Maybe one guy's laying down next to the lockers and reaches around and just grabs the door and pushes it. Like, this shit might just be open, guys.
right. Jiggle the handle, as we said. So we have this with today's ruling. The rights of American students have been resoundingly confirmed. Now legislators in every state must take action to provide as many options as possible to families in their state. AFC stands ready to support this goal. So you were explaining this to me earlier. What is exactly going on here in a nutshell with this parental rights thing?
Okay, there we go. Breaking. U.S. Supreme Court just ruled in a 6-3 decision that preventing school choice families from taking their children's taxpayer-funded education dollars to religious private schools violated the free exercise clause of the First Amendment. So basically, the idea of school choice being a thing, and then for you to be able to, the vouchers, and then for you to be able to actually go to religious institutes was upheld. And then everybody responds to that and acts like that's crazy. Like, you're going to have Jewish and Islam schools. Y'all aren't going to like that. And it's like, sure, sounds good to me. They can't be doing worse than what's happening right now. I will take a devout Jew, a devout Muslim, and a devout Christian all day over a devout woke person. It's the same thing. They enforce their opinions religiously. And you're evil if you don't agree with them. I would rather at least somebody who believes in traditional marriage and good things be enforcing their stuff than somebody who's like, none of that stuff has ever mattered. Never mind the fact that all of your ancestors literally had to have a normal relationship where they procreated in order for you to exist. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think this is that weird.
I think this is what it is. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled a 6-3 decision that preventing school choice families from taking their children's taxpayer-funded education dollars to religious private schools. I know what this is. School vouchers, you couldn't take it to religious institutions.
Can you take anything to a school voucher?
No, it has to be...
Hang on 1 second.
Oh.
Vana, I'm going to eat you. The apocalypse is coming and you're in line.
He means it.
It's a dog.
I had to clarify that.
It's a dog, not a person. Your kids bark? You don't know what it's like, man. You don't know what kind of war-torn zone we're in.
All this furry stuff. Now there's
all this furry stuff. I have to act like she's a dog or else CPS will get me. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Speaking of Islam schools, I would love for my kid to go to one. She'd never do this shit, you know.
At this point, put that hijab on her, right?
At this point, cover her up, dude. We don't need to see anything about her. She's wearing the weird thing that looks like a dog outfit, so we just put the hijab around it. And she can't say anything because nobody talks bad about Muslims at all. So, like, literally, you could be like, no, we don't let our women even talk. And they'd be like, how dare you? I'm Muslim. And they'd be like, so sorry.
We respect your culture.
We respect your culture. So sorry. We'll put you in Grey's Anatomy. You know?
That was good.
Yeah. My wife made the funniest observation the other night. We were watching Grey's Anatomy, and there's this actress on Grey's Anatomy who's apparently Muslim. And she wears a ton of makeup right here because it's the only part of her face you can see.
That shows.
And then the rest you can't see or whatever because she's got the thing on. You know, and my wife's like, this character has no personality and has no roles in the show except to show up in a hijab. And I was like, oh, my God, you're right. Because she's not interesting at all. She's just there to fill the role. They had to check the box. They had to check
quota.
the box.
Yes.
Makes sense.
No, I know. And that's what's really funny about hijabs and women putting on tons of makeup, and then they look gorgeous and everything. The point of the hijab, if you really want to get down to it, is to not make yourself attractive and not attract other male attention. Right. So you doing that is actually against it, I think, or in certain strict
ones.
It
is against it.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes, it's against it.
It's
against Sharia law for sure. But so look, so here's the deal, like, when you get into it, you have people that actually follow it and then people who don't follow it. The people who actually follow it, the people that are actually trying to follow it, you can't even touch, if I'm correct, you can't even touch your mother, your grandmother, your sisters, your cousins. You can't physically touch these women because it's somebody that you might marry one day. Not your mother or your grandmother because technically you're on their breast. So if you breastfed from them or something like that, you're allowed to still touch them as a person. But other women you can't physically touch.
Unless you're punishing them, though, if they disrespected the family. Like lashings.
Them.
Yeah, lashings are a thing.
In Saudi Arabia, they behead you. Mm-hmm. That's a thing. Publicly, they throw you off buildings, too. Mm-hmm. That's a thing.
Or we were talking about this last time. Like,
have you noticed that none of the woke cultures have any rainbow horse shit going on in these other countries? For some reason, they just don't have any zeal over there. You know, and then there's Donald Trump getting gays free in Botswana, him and Richard Grenell, you know, and everybody thinks Trump is the one who was actually mean. He was like, dude, we're going to lead a global effort to decriminalize homosexuality, which in my opinion is a good thing. Look, I'm a Christian, but like so like technically Christianity does believe that homosexual activity is sin. But we don't press our religion on you. Do you? Do you? If you want to come to the Lord and say, what I got to do to be a Christian, then we can have a conversation, right? But it doesn't, like, the first thing that you learn when you become a Christian is not, here's all the shit you do. The first thing when you become a Christian is you learn that here's all the Jesus did for you. You're welcome. Remember it often. Live in it. You know, type of thing.
You have to try.
Yeah, well, but the goal is basically inside of Christianity. What's the offensive thing about it is that the Lord saved you, and it's not your fault. You could not accomplish righteousness by behaving a certain way. It's not possible. So Jesus did it for you. So since He did it for you, now you live in that, and then you become holy, right? But it's not this pressure of like.
Perfection
of perfection. It is like an expectation that you see the things that the Bible calls sin, you still call sin. The New Covenant still calls sin, you call sin. You know, but anyway, it's a long tangent.
No,
all this to say that that they know that Christians are nice, so they just push them around a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, in this culture, but it's like if you're not nice, then they leave you alone. Apparently.
Yeah, because look at like what we were talking about last time with the soccer FIFA or whatever they're having in the Middle East, and they literally said take your rainbow flags out of here and don't. And they even told them don't act gay and don't do all that stuff gay. Where are the people who are saying that? Because they say America's so bad, right? They say we're so intolerant of gays. Why aren't they saying anything? Not a peep.
Moving on to the next subject, transgenders are banned from swimming. Why? Because they have a genetic edge. Who would have thought that's true? Oh.
So FINA found the fairest solution to the transgender issue in sports. In the wake of American swimmer Leah Thomas winning the NCAA championship in March, FINA, the international organization that oversees the sport, ruled Sunday that transgender athletes can no longer compete in female events unless they underwent their transition before the age of 12. Even then, they would have to submit to testosterone testing and Just so you guys don't panic. Instead, FINA will look to create open divisions for transgender competition if demand is there.
Oh, so you mean like a different category? Like everybody's been saying the whole time that we've been called bigots for saying, they're breaking every single record that women have held. Maybe just let them compete in their own division. You bigot. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, they're just shoving women down the totem pole further and further. How many chicks lost freaking scholarships because it took them 4 years to come up with this horse? It took them so long. So many precious women. Look, Leah Thomas has got a gold medal on her shelf that she didn't win rightly, dude. And they snatched it from some of the other people. Yeah, that's what's wrong. These chicks worked so hard and got dominated by dudes that were like, I like to swim. Don't like I think I could beat a lot of the women. Not kidding. I bet you. Yes. I mean this. I bet you. If you let me practice swimming for 3 months and I ate right and all that stuff, 3 months, I'll beat 85% of the women that swim.
Probably. I mean, at certain levels, yeah, the average man can't catch them, but that's at those top levels, you know. What was she? Leah was 462nd, if I'm not mistaken, in men's, and then she goes to the women's. Wow.
First by
and
a
breaking
lot.
Records.
By a lot. Yeah, and what's interesting is when you see the video of Leah Thomas next to all the other girls. It's like Signs. You know the movie Signs with the alien when it's just so tall. It's like why is that thing 9 foot? That's what it feels like when you see Leah Thomas with that. And not only that, when you saw her or Leah Thomas win the awards, and she was congratulating the other girls that were next to her, the wingspan.
With the hug
of Leah Thomas when she's going in between lanes. She like the lanes are like 6 foot long lanes, and she's grabbing the buoys on this side, and then she just reaches and easily grabs the other buoys and goes to congratulate the other person. I'm just like, dude, the wingspan on the Terminator. Okay, okay, your hormones might say that you're a woman right now, but them rotator cuff sweetness, them rotator cuffs spell out boy everywhere.
I was saying something to my husband today, and it is so true. I had to go back and look at what she looked like in her face. I couldn't remember because we were just talking about, you know, different facial structures and things like that. We were just having a conversation on that alone. I said, man, I can't remember what she looks like because every time I'm looking at a picture, I'm supposed to look at that moose knuckle in the bathing suit and call that a woman. That's all my eyes would go to. And I couldn't help it. I was like, wait, what does she look like again? Yeah, because I just couldn't. I mean, they're standing up there. I can't help. My eyes just went right to,
look, everybody knows it's Dylan. That Leah Thomas's
name?
I don't know. But
okay.
Look up a before and after picture real quick for funsies. And it just looks like Chad or Dylan that would go with you to the grocery store real quick for like a run that your mom says, we're out of ginger ale. Go get ginger ale for the party. And you're like, all right, Chad, come with me. Dylan, come on. But look at this.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, look at this one, though. Look.
I don't have it all compared. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
Look, there he is. Look, Dylan, put a backwards hat on him. Put a backwards hat. Put the white sunglasses on him. And this is going with you to the store to go get it. That's freaking Dylan, man. What did Dylan do? I don't know if you're allowed to say this, and I don't know if look. It's not. I'm not dead anyone. I don't even know what his old name was. Okay.
I think they have.
I'm just saying.
Somewhere.
Imagine that. Like, of course, he's a lifeguard. Look at him. He can swim.
Yeah, we gotta look at the picture with the bathing suit.
Anyways, I don't want to draw super attention to this. And
Oh, okay.
no, you're
Sorry.
good. You're good. Zoom in. Let's see the moose knuckle. We got to do what we got to do.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's like I want to be understanding, but I'm really sorry. I can't
Look at the rotator cuffs on that guy, though. Look at the
You have
shoulders.
rotator cuffs today.
Look at
Yeah.
the shoulders.
No, look at no really difference. Where's the missing muscle mass we were supposed to be told? Remember they said,
Yeah.
oh, they lose all
Did
that
he get
muscle mass.
stronger in between?
I don't. Yeah. I was about to say.
Why do
Did
his
you think-
traps look bigger?
a little bigger? I don't know. Might be age difference. So, but
I was doing a lot of
no.
work.
He has a pen shirt on. No, so it couldn't have been that long ago. Couldn't have been that long
Well,
ago.
maybe he might have wanted to go to Penn and have that shirt in high school.
You're so understanding.
Well, you know what? I just try to give him the benefit of the doubt so the trolls don't come in here and tell me I'm an absolute bigot. Because I
That's
just
true.
try to give him the benefit of the doubt. But sometimes Jesse, Tina, the world, they don't earn it. And you got to call them out and go, how's about you stop beating my 15-year-old because this is ridiculous and clearly you're a man? How about that?
I know.
Could you imagine the other parents that watch their daughter get their ass whipped after their daughter was practicing in their backyard every single day for 3-4 hours a day to try to win, and you as the father are supposed to sit there and watch this Terminator just destroy your kid, and she's in second, and you're just, good job, honey, and your wife's looking at you and she's like, Peter, you keep your mouth shut. We're not saying anything here because she has to go to college next year, and we are not going to be the people that got in trouble and got canceled because of some horror. He's like, I'm not saying anything. He's like, let's
I'm
go
allowed
to the car.
to think it, Linda. I'm allowed to think it.
I'm allowed to think what I want, Linda.
This is my face. I don't know what you want me to do about it.
Yeah, they go to the car. They're like, roll up the windows. Roll up the windows. The daughter's in there, and she's in the back seat, just like slunched over.
Oh.
Roll up the windows.
You know that.
Everybody rolls up the windows. He's like, hand me your phones. I don't want anybody recording this conversation.
He throws it in the trunk.
He takes all the phones. He puts them all in the glove box, shuts
Oh,
it up.
it's an
He's like,
EMF.
you won that. You hear me, Emma? You won that. You won it. Me and your mom.
We saw it.
Linda, tell her.
We saw it, honey. We saw it. It's just we need to make sure you go to college, okay, sweetie? But you won, and you're so beautiful.
We believe that you're the best. Your father knows it. My father knows it. Do you understand? We watched you. You won that, okay? And she's like, I know, Dad. What am I going to do? Am I supposed to say that I won or I didn't win? Like, people are going to ask me, and I'm going to be like, well, according to, like, normal women, I won. Don't say normal women. Don't you say it like that. I'm not going to, Mom. I'm just talking to you guys. They're listening everywhere. You know, like, this is the world that we live in now, where we're being battered. We're being battered by these people that are just going, we're not a man. And just beating the of you like Fallon Fox on UFC. Just literally cracking your fucking orbital sockets and being like, I'm not a man, bitch. It's like, what was it?
It's ma'am.
It's ma'am. Right? Bro, but not only that one, what's the South Park thing that they had? Randy, the Muscle Man Savage or whatever the heck.
Yes.
And he's at the top of the whatever, and the other girls are just beat up. Show a picture
Can
of
we
this.
edit? I was going to say, look at the beat up girl.
Look, they're both looking down like, this is so real. This is so real. This is a real thing.
Did you see the one with the two bikers, the two trans
Yes,
bikers?
and they're kissing each other.
And then the one is just holding
Her actual baby. She's like, I gave birth and everything. Look, here's the proof. I love that she put her kid in the picture.
I thought that was good. That was very
genius.
good. Honestly, though, I think that really did.
Go to that. What's that one? The biking, two trans women
Yeah,
win biking.
I'll find it.
Picture.
Here it is. First of all, size difference. Hello. Look at those legs.
Look at the quads on that one. Look at the quads on the two on the left that are both men.
Yeah.
Biological men. And then the one on the right.
Third place.
The girl on the right's like, I'm really glad I just get to be here. These guys dominated me. Look at her legs. Look at her legs. Normal sized women legs. Look at their quads. Haven't worked out in 6 months, quads. We're almost done, everybody. Just hang in there. It's a little bit longer in Crazyville, but don't worry, you're not alone. We strapped in like the new Jurassic Park world, where apparently they haven't learned to not mess with dinosaurs yet.
I do want to talk about, though, with the entertainment, because I feel like that is what we're seeing. Like, remember Disney could do no wrong. Do you remember
Disney was amazing. For the longest time, Disney was amazing.
We knew it. You never even had to watch a commercial. You said Disney came out with that movie. We're going to see it.
Yeah, when they initially took Star Wars over, I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, and things like the Buzz Lightyear, Ms. Marvel, all these woke. They're wokeifying everything. They've ruined the Marvel universe, and the Buzz Lightyear movie should tell everyone,
Yeah, they've ruined the Marvel universe. They've
made it all women.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't got their hands on the Lord of the Rings stuff yet. Amazon
does.
We'll see
Don't
how
worry.
they do.
Oh, they've wokeified it.
Yeah, I want to see. Elf Orgies is a wokeified version because J.R. Tolkien was actually a Christian, and he said the
Yes, I
Lord of the
know.
Rings exclusively
Was about
includes the Christian religion.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been much fun again hanging out and watching Crazyville happen. At least you have some people to go with you down the rabbit hole of chaos. We're excited. Share this with your friends. Make them giggle. You giggled. We giggle. We all giggle. And then eventually we giggle in their faces and we win the culture war. That's the end goal of this.
That's true. So subscribe to conservative outlets or YouTube channels like this one.
This one.
Just saying.
Like this one. I don't
Not
know.
to be biased.
Looks like you were thinking about subscribing to something. Maybe this
See,
one.
if it's red, is it red? It's red.
Oh, it's red.
Press it, make it unread.
Ugh.
In a world given to man when there is no one sane behind enemy lines, you find yourself alone. But not anymore. Two jesters come into the table, making you laugh to make life a little bit more bearable for those with massive PTSD and emotional trauma from being rejected by all their family for being unvaccinated. Regardless of the Tuskegee experiment, people around the world are still deciding to put their trust and faith inside of the governments that has killed more than anybody in the world. But not you. You're giggling at RossduhBoss. Welcome.
And that's why you want to press that subscribe button.
And
Just
that's the
saying.
reason you want to press subscribe, you jokers. Do it.
But seriously, support different entertainment, everything. You need to vote with your wallet and your views and your likes.
I think I'm going to buy Daily Wire. I think I'm going to buy Terror on the Prairie. I think I'm going to do it.
I'm going to buy it. No, just for the sake of supporting it.
We got to support it, man.
Yes.
And the almost canceled sitcom, they're looking at our script right now. Maybe we'll get taken up by them, and then I'm going to really care.
Exciting.
So, booyah.
Exciting.
Good night, everybody. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.